Welcome to the Soundboy Show. Live music, live comedy, interviews, and spoken word.
Yeah, you know, I mean, rock and roll just wasn't rock and roll anymore. You know, I'm 26 years old. I've got the musical taste of an old fart. You know, rock and roll was rock and roll. 1957, your dad turns on the TV. There's Elvis and Jerry Lee Lewis playing the piano with his feet. You know, your dad freaks out. Hide your daughters, hide your daughters, hide your daughters. A little Richard comes along. Oh, hide your sons, too. Nobody's safe from this rock and roll stuff, That's rock and roll, three-chord twang that scared the hell out of everybody. You know, I like now Terrence Trendy D'Arby and George Michael with that 5 o'clock shadow. It took him 5 months to grow, you know. That's not rock and roll. Then the 60s come along, even better. Rock and roll gets an opinion. You got Beatles, you got Stones, you got Who, you got Hendrix. Music that really took an opinion and kicked down those Republican walls, you know, all on the top 40 AM radio. Things were happening. Then the 70s come along. I turn on the radio, things have changed. Muskrat Love. Suddenly fornicating rodents are in the top 10. The magic is gone. Everybody was kung fu fighting. Anything by Barry Manilow was an instant diuretic. I write the songs. Very bad. Those meaningful 70s lyrics. Take it. I want dogs dropping dead all over Manhattan, Daddy. Oh, come on. New York, one of the only towns that shows back-to-back for an hour every night, Wheel of Fortune, followed by Jeopardy. That's like going to kindergarten and then getting your PhD in the same 60 minutes. I don't know whose idea that was. I watch Wheel of Fortune. It's a guilty pleasure. I know that no matter how bad my day has been, no matter how my ego has been kicked around the block, I can always turn on Wheel of Fortune, and I'm going to be smarter than these Cro-Magnons that are trying to solve the puzzle. A stitch in time saves. I'm going to go with pork. Wrong. My ego's out to here. I'm smarter than this guy. Half hour later, I'm watching Jeopardy. Suddenly, I am the dumbest lump of turd in the universe. How did this happen? I went from being Einstein to being Sam the Butcher from the Brady Bunch. How did this happen? I invented relativity, then dated Ann B. Davis for 14 years. What happened here? People that win on Jeopardy for a really long time, much too smart not to be kind of strange. You know, these brains that are receptacles of arcane and obscure knowledge, but they're socially retarded. They don't know how to interact with other humans. That's why the best part of the show is when Alex Trebek chats with them at the beginning. Oh, let's meet our current champion, Brainiac from the planet Smartron 5. Always some guy with a head shaped like a summer squash covered with veins. Energy bolts shooting out of his head in 14 fingers. Alex, I'll take things only I know for 200, please. TV is totally out of hand. Geraldo got his nose broken on his own show and then had the nerve to come out the next day and be indignant about it. You know, with his nose all taped up. I can't believe this happened. I can't believe this kind of thing happened on my show. It's like, Geraldo, I don't want to be rude, but you had moron white supremacists and black activists on the same program. Gee, who knew there'd be trouble at that soiree? Hey, those Nazi skinheads are usually such amiable sorts. Open-minded, willing to discuss things. I don't get it. It's not like those Nazis to act like jerks.